Welcome to this dynamic yoga class for waking up the body, focusing on toning and strengthening, and just being open to playing around with a bit of balance. So we're going to start off in child's pose. Come onto your knees, slide the hands forward, close down the eyes. Just really getting into the zone, so creating this little bubble around yourself. Completely let your head drop down towards the ground. Don't worry if the forehead doesn't reach the earth. Just really let that head drop so there's no tension in the back of the neck. Start to soften through the face, the forehead, the jaw. Create some space between your shoulder blades. Let the belly be really soft and heavy. We're just starting to connect to the breath, connect to the earth. And then coming up to all fours so we can get some movement going in the spine. Following your own breath, take a few rounds of cat-cow. So every inhale rounded through the spine, tucking the head in. Exhale, dropping the belly, lifting the head up. So inhaling to round, exhaling to arch. Keep the hands pressing down so the arms are engaged. Go as fast or as slow as you need to. Changing the movement to be in time with the breath, rather than changing the breath to be in time with the movement. And coming back to sit on the heels, hands behind you, lift the chest up. Lift the chin, feel an opening between the shoulder blades. And bringing the hands to the top of the mat, lower the chest, come all the way down to lie on the stomach. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the chin in, come back the way you came. So slowly coming back to sit on the feet. Hands behind you. Inhale, lift the chest up, lift the chin. We're going to flow, so we're going to take that again. Tuck the chin into the chest, hand to the top of the mat. Lowering the thighs, the stomach, the chest. Inhale, lift the chest up, find a gentle back bend. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the chin in towards the chest, come all the way back. Hands behind you, inhale, lift the chest, lift the chin. Find space between your collarbones. Exhale, tuck the chin. Hands to the top of the mat, lower the thighs, belly, chest. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes, this time lifting up to downward facing dog. So take a few moments to really feel out the posture. So spreading the fingers. You can bring in some small movements if you need to. Take the focus inward. See where needs the attention. Where needs the focus, where needs the breath. The body is going to feel different every single day. Look to the top of the mat, step the feet towards the hands, find a forward fold. Inhale, take the arms wide, roll all the way up to stand. And exhale, hands together at the heart center. Take a couple of seconds to invite someone into the heart space that needs the energy that you're cultivating through your practice today. Whether you want to send that love and energy to yourself or out to somebody else. Just a couple of seconds to invite one person into your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Exhale, fold all the way forwards, bend the knees if you need to. Hands to shins, halfway lift up, nice flat back. Exhale, fold deeper, hands to the ground, step back to a high plank. Bend the elbows, lower halfway down. Inhale, lift the hips. hips, the thighs, the chest, coming into up dog. Exhale is downward facing dog. Now we're going to bring some fluid movement into the spine. So as you inhale, you're going to tuck the chin in towards the chest and round forwards into a high plank. Bend the knees, send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Equal weight in both the hands. Fingers are spread. Inhale, round forwards into a plank. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. One more time, inhale forwards into plank. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the hips up, down dog. Look into the top of the mat. Step forward, find a fold, let the head drop. Inhale, arms wide, roll up to stand. And exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold all the way forwards. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step it back to a high plank. Moving straight down into low plank. Inhale, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale is downward facing dog. Just take a moment to really spread through the fingers, equal weight in both hands. And this time you're going to shift the weight onto your left foot, encourage that heel down. Right leg is going to extend up behind you for three-legged dog. As you inhale, you're going to tap the right toes down onto the left heel. Exhale, lift that leg back up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Tap. Lift. Tap. Lift. Tap. Lift. Keep the hands pressing down. Tap. Lift. Look to the top of the mat. Bend the knee, bring it in towards the chest. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, knee into the chest. For 3, exhale back. For 4, exhale back. 5, exhale back. 6, back. 7, back. 8, 9, let's do one more, 10. This time you're going to step that foot between the hands. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes so you're in a low lunge. Keep your left hand down and extend the right arm up so you're coming into a twist. Option to bend the elbow, to open up the chest, cactus arm. If that's enough for you, stay there. If you want more, then you're going to bend your left knee and grab hold of that foot, opening up the calf. Just comfort on the knee, then back out and leave that foot down. Take a second to come back to the breath, whatever variation that you're in. Releasing the foot if you have it. Hands come either side of that foot and you're going to send the hips back, coming into a calf stretch. Option to tuck the back toes to open up the foot too. You can either be still here in a fold or you can take ripples through the spine. Again, connecting to the breath. Exhaling out all of the tension stuck in the hamstring and in the hip. Sinking back into that front foot. Coming into ninja pose. We're Coming into a deep side squat. So your left leg is extended, toes up off of the ground. If this is intense, keep the hands on the ground. Or if you're okay here and you want more, you can play around with taking the hands up in prayer at the heart center, or maybe even extend them over the head if you feel really confident. I'm working with my right heel off of the ground, but if you're more comfortable and you're more open, you can always take that heel down to the ground. Just play around with it, see what feels good. Eventually bringing the hands back to the earth. Same position on the opposite side. So your right leg is extended out to the side this time with the toes pointing up. Deep bend in the left knee. Maybe you keep the hands on the ground. Maybe you take them up to the heart. Again, if you feel stable, you feel confident, you can always extend the arms over the head. Soften the face, connect back to your breath. Eventually bringing the hands to frame your left foot, sinking down into that knee. Drop the right knee so the back knee down to the ground, untuck the toes, low lunge. Right hand comes down to the ground, left arm extends up, finding that twist. Maybe bend the elbow to open up the chest, cactus the arm. Again, if you want more, and it's okay on the knee, then you're going to bend your right knee, grab hold of the foot. Soften the face. Keep all four corners of that front foot pressing down onto the ground. Let go of the foot if you have it, placing both hands down to the mat. Shifting the hips back, finding your hamstring stretch. Option here to tuck the right toes if you want to stretch through the foot and that isn't too uncomfortable. Either folding forwards and letting the head drop, or you can take ripples through the spine if you want some more fluidity in this posture. Again, take a second to soften your face, to breathe deep. Stepping back into that left knee. Hands to the mat, come onto all fours. Tuck the toes, find your downward facing dog. Inhale, come forwards into your high plank. Exhale, bending the knees, hips up, downward facing dog. Soften your head. Again, inhale, tuck the chin into the chest, send it forwards, high plank. Exhale, bend the knees, hips up, downward facing dog. Let's do one more ripple of the spine. Inhale, come into your high plank. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat. Step the feet in towards the hands, coming into your forward fold, head drops down. Inhale, arms wide, you're going to roll all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands together at the heart center, take a moment to find your breath. Plug the feet down. Inhale, hands up over the head. Exhale, fold all the way forwards. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step it back to high plank, lower down halfway. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the chest, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Set your foundation, so plug the hands down, make sure your shoulders are strong. Shift the weight onto your right foot this time, left leg reaches up. Just like we did on the opposite side, inhale, tap the toes, exhale, lift the leg up. Inhale, tap for 2. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap 3. Exhale, lift. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhale, 5. Exhale, lift. Inhale, 6. Exhale. Inhale, 7. Exhale, lift. Inhale, 8. Exhale. Inhale, 9. Exhale. Inhale, 10. Exhale, lift. Bend that knee, bring it in towards the chest. Exhale, extend it up and back. Inhale, bend the knee, bring it in towards the chest. 2. Exhale, back. Inhale, knee to chest. 3. Exhale, back. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhale, 5. Exhale. Inhale, 6. Exhale, back. Inhale, 7. Exhale. Inhale, 8. Exhale. Inhale, 9. Exhale. Inhale, knee into the chest. This time look to the top of the mat. Step that left foot between the hands. Drop the right knee all the way down. Untuck the back toes. Low lunge. Right hand stays on the mat. Left arm reaches up for a twist. Maybe bend the elbows and cactus the arm. Maybe reach for the right foot. Again, be mindful of your knee. Keep the chest lifted. Find space between your collarbones. Gentle breath. Soft face. If you've got that foot, let it go. Hands come down to the mat, shift the hips back, find your hamstring stretch. Again, option to tuck the back toes, to work the foot. Try to keep the hips in a nice straight line. Slightly pulling that left hip back and encouraging your right hip forward. Try to soften your shoulders. And sinking down into that left knee, finding your ninja pose. Hands to the mat, to the heart, or extend them over the head, just like we did before. You might feel a little bit looser this time around, see how it goes. Try to keep the chest up. Hands to the mat, and you're going to walk over to the right side. Same posture again. Play around with it, see where you want the hands. Don't worry if you fall over. No one can see you, you're in your own home, it's all good. And you're going to walk the hands over to frame the right foot, so you're back at the top of your mat now. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, find your twist. Left hand down, right arm up. Maybe bend the elbow, cactus the arm. Maybe grab your back foot. If you didn't try it the first time, maybe try the deeper variation now that you've loosened up a little bit. Press the inner corner of that front foot down. Try to squeeze the belly in so you're not collapsing too much into that front knee. Release the foot if you have it, send the hips back, find your hamstring stretch. Option to tuck the back toes. Again, hips nice and level here. So encourage your right hip back, encourage your left hip slightly forward. Soften your face, breathe into it. One more breath here. And sinking down into that front knee, step it back, downward facing dog. And shift the weight onto the left foot, extend the right leg up behind you. This time bending the knee to open up the hip. So you're encouraging your right foot to the opposite seat bone without compromising the shoulders. So both of the hands down. Inhale, bring that right knee in towards the chest, look between the hands and step that foot to the top of the mat. Coming into a high lunge, so stay on the ball of the back foot and extend the arms up over the head. Take a full breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, open up the hands, open the chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest, lean back slightly. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale, open the chest, open the arms up. Let's take the hands down to the mat. Shift all of the weight onto that right foot. Lift the left leg up off of the ground. So you can either keep the hands on the mat, or if you really want a challenge, you can play around with taking one hand or maybe both hands onto the right shin. Find something to focus on with the eyes. And the hip can either be open or closed here, whatever you prefer. It's more traditional to have it closed, but if you want the hip open, that's not a problem. Without too much drama, you're going to bend that left knee and bring it all the way through and up into the chest. Don't worry if you fall over, you can just pick it up again. So pressing all four corners of that right foot down into the ground, the leg is straight and strong. Just holding that left knee there. If that's enough, stay here, work on that. If you want more of a challenge, you're going to take hold of the left big toe. So hooking the peace finger and the thumb around your big left toe. Take the right hand onto the hip, just to balance the weight out. And again, press all four corners of that front foot down, right foot down. If you haven't fallen through the TV just yet, you're going to take that left foot and rest it on the right knee, so with an open hip. And sinking the hips down. See if you can come into a squat. So bending your right knee, sinking the hips down, but keep the chest lifted. Maybe press the palms together at the heart center. Again, just to balance out the weight. Inhale, come up, place that foot back down. Come to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head. And exhale, big fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, step it back to a high plank. Lower down halfway and inhale, up dog, tops of the feet down. Exhale, downward facing dog. So same thing again on opposite side. Encourage your right foot down towards the ground. The heel doesn't have to touch the mat, you just want to open up the back of the leg. Extending your left leg up this time. Again, keep the shoulders even, so press both the hands down. Bend that left knee, open up the hip. So encourage the foot towards the opposite seat bone. As you inhale through the nose, you're going to bring that left knee all the way into the chest. Eventually stepping the foot between the hands. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Coming into your high lunge. So arms up over the head, sink down into the hips. Squeeze the belly in. And as you exhale, bend the elbows. Open up the arms, open the hands. Finding some space along your chest. Slightly leaning back into it. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Shifting all of the weight into that front foot, hands to the mat. Extend the right leg up in the air. This side might feel completely different to the last, so for me this is my weaker side. Maybe keep the hands down on the ground. If you're feeling strong and you're confident here, take the hand either onto the ankle or onto the shins. Try and have some fun with it. Don't worry if you fall over. You can always put the hands back down. You can always put the big toe down and then pick it up again. Try not to hold the breath. Keep pressing the left foot down into the ground, and as you inhale, nice and slow with control, you're going to bring your right knee all the way through and into the chest. Maybe just stay here. If you want a little bit more, you can use the right hand to grab hold of the big toe. So hooking the peace fingers and the thumb around that big toe and kicking the foot out into the hand. Stay strong through the left foot, through the left leg. Keep squeezing the belly in. Don't worry if the knee's bent here. It's more about the concentration involved rather than how high you can get the leg. And eventually placing that foot across the body, resting it on top of your left knee. Coming into a squat. It doesn't have to be anything too deep. If the thighs and the glutes are burning, that's definitely a good sign that you're doing it right. Press the palms together, keeping the chest up. Nice full breath in through the nose. Exhale, coming back up to stand, placing the foot down. Inhale, reach the arms up over the head, and exhale, fold all the way forwards. Halfway lift up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands to the mat, step it back, high plank. Lower down halfway, inhale, rise up, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift the weight onto the left foot, heel down towards the mat, right knee into the chest. And you're going to place that right knee down behind your right wrist, so on the same side. Untuck the back toes. Coming into pigeon. So you want the shin coming across you in a 7 shape. Maybe staying up on the hands. Maybe lowering down to the forearms. Or maybe dropping the forehead all the way down. Looking to open up the right glute. Unclench your seat. Find space between your shoulders. Take some effort out of your arms. Soften your face, close down your eyes. Just take a moment to find your breath. Let everything start to settle down. Feel the sensation of the energy flowing around your body. Use the hands to lift you back up. You're going to bend that left knee. Grab the foot with the left hand. Pull it in towards you for a calf stretch. If you want more, you can lift your right hand up and try to grab hold of the left. It's coming into mermaid pose. Again, just have some fun with it. See how it goes. If you fall over with it, you fall over. Releasing the legs, release the hands. I'll meet you back in downward facing dog. Other side, so left knee up, bend the knee, bring it in towards the right wrist. The shin comes across the body in a 7 shape, and you've untucked the right toes behind you. Again, option to stay up on the hands. You can start to settle into the pose by coming onto the forearms, maybe the forehead. Taking a second to soften the glutes and the shoulders, the jaw and the forehead. Starting to wind down and become heavy now. Taking your last breath here. Use the hands to lift yourself up. Bending the right knee. See if you can grab hold of the foot. Open up the calf. If you're ready for more, maybe lifting that left hand up. Trying to grab hold of the right. Again, just an option. Don't feel disheartened if you're not quite there yet. Eventually release the hands, slowly bringing that foot down. Just be really careful of your knee here. You're going to shift all of the weight onto that left seat bone so you can swing the legs out in front. Extend your left leg out, then bend your right knee and place the foot to the outside of the left thigh. As you inhale, reach the arms up over the head, and as you exhale, hook the left arm over the knee, coming into a twist. So opposite arm to leg. Your right hand is going to come to the ground behind you to encourage a straight spine, just to support your upper body. Sit up nice and tall. Try to keep both seat bones down onto the ground. And straighten that leg back out, and we're going to switch the sides. So right leg is extended this time. Left foot comes over that right knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, you're going to hook that right elbow across the knee, finding the twist. Left hand comes behind you to support your upper body. Again, keep both of the seat bones down. Twisting from the waist. Unravel the side, come all the way down to line your back. Bend the knees, hug them into the chest. A couple of rocks from side to side just to massage out your lower back. We're going to come into dead bug pose. So you might feel a little bit silly, but it feels really good. So extending your legs and your arms in the air, and then just shake everything out. This is really good for releasing any energy blockages. All of the tension, just let it go. Hopefully no one can see you through your windows. And then release down into Shavasana. Final relaxation. Bring some space between the feet and let them fall out to the sides as they naturally do. Allow the legs to become heavy. Unclench your knees. Relax your thighs. Soften your seat, allowing your lower back, mid-back and upper back to be heavy onto the ground. Let the belly be heavy now. Acknowledge the heart beating in the chest. Any other sensations? The energy flowing around the body. Softening the shoulders down. Relaxing arms, elbows and hands. Unclenching the jaw. Softening the cheeks. Eyelids closed. Softening the forehead. Surrendering all of the weight into the ground. Just soaking up all the good energy that you've just created for your practice. Eventually wriggling the fingers, wriggling the toes. Without too much effort, roll onto the side of your body, making your way up to a seat. And staying in this nice peaceful state, you're going to give the hands a rub to warm them up. So creating some heat and some life force, some energy. You're going to place the hands onto the part of the body that needs the most healing, that needs the most love. So get the hands nice and warm, and then just rest them on whatever area that is for you. Just taking a few breaths. Sending healing energy to those places. Again, bring the hands together, give them a rub to warm them up. And place the palms together at the heart center in prayer. Big breath in through the nose and a deep exhale through the mouth. Let it all go. Namaste. Thank you.